Really, my biggest reason for making this video is I want you to think about that one or more teacher or adults that saw you as good, who saw you as special, and I want you to think about the impact that that had on you. And then I want you to turn around and I want you to be that adult for a child who, even though they may have some very annoying behaviors, for example, gifted children are often arrogant, they can be narcissistic, but in spite of that, if you can look at them in terms of their potential and who they really are and what they're capable of, they will in turn get and reflect that back to you, and you will be creating the gifts that you can see and the gifts that the person truly has to contribute. I want to talk a little bit more about the misdiagnosis of children who are gifted. One of the things that contributes to misdiagnosis is that medical professionals such as doctors or licensed specialists in school psychology, licensed professional counselors like myself, psychologists, they get very little training in the identification and proper serving of children who are gifted. And so when they see behaviors that are different, they are automatically trying to fit them into a category that is a mental health disorder. And I think this often leads to our really missing the big picture, and we need to understand that a lot of the underachievement that we see with gifted children in later years, the seeds of that underachievement may be sown by them having inappropriate educational programming during the elementary years. They learn that school is boring, that it's a waste of time, they don't want to do it, they don't care, it's meaningless. By the time they get to high school, many of these children who score a 1600 on the SAT are dropping out. We're not seeing any Einsteins or Edisons. I don't know what's happening to these people, but I think they're still out there. I just don't think we have a culture that is properly identifying and supporting these children. One of the examples of how our culture doesn't really support or identify academic and intellectual achievements is, think about the newspaper. You've got a whole section for sports, right? And there's maybe a whole section for the high school sports. Where's the section for artistic talent? Where's the section for academic achievement? Why is it more valuable to be a good football player? I mean, let's think about it. How many children actually get to play professional football? Versus if we took the children who had great math skills, we made a bigger deal out of that, we helped them develop those skills, we gave them more recognition, we made it more cool instead of geeky and nerdy to be excellent in math or engineering or physics or language arts. We might be encouraging more children not to hide their gifts. We might be encouraging more of these people to be a contributing member of society instead of becoming somebody like Ted Kaczynski, who is extremely gifted, and I think most of us know what he did. Part of what I'm concluding about children who are gifted and misdiagnosis is sometimes it's not the child that is defective or faulty. It's more of a mismatch between the child's strengths and weaknesses and what the environment is providing them with and what it's asking of them. And so I think we need to look at children a little more carefully, and we need to do a little bit more to make environmental adjustments and specialized programs for children